Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali, Shabbat Shalom, as I'm recording this on the Sabbath day. That said, it's so, oh my God, it's such a horrible incident that crystallizes the condition that we're all within, and how it's driven a large faction of us, both black men and black women, stark raving mad. This is a picture of Janine Chapman and her murderer owner, James Patrick. That was by their law, her husband, but in reality, he was her owner. And maybe for some reason, she didn't necessarily reach up to the level of, what do they call that? The pet shows that they have where they parade their little fluffies around, and they're just so proud of their pets. Maybe she didn't cut it. Maybe he was simply, as I say, when you find these non-black persons, they're not well. They're in far-flung freak-out mode when they get with you. They do not have the ability to navigate their own natural environment and to get together with you. You have a hope that they see the real you. They're going to liberate you so you can finally confirm that you're intelligent, that you're truly beautiful or extremely handsome and virile and, polished and all these things that you mindlessly give non-black people credit for being, and do not recognize where was civilization first formulated. It wasn't with them. They're the copies of what we established so that we could extend civility, so that people could trade goods in safety, relative safety, because you have a infrastructure that supports an economy so that lawlessness is reduced, and thereby long, caravans can traverse great spans with fewer chances or fewer concerns about being murdered. But here we are back to their barbaric ways. There's so much evidence of who these people are. The Wild Wild West. What, did we do that to them? Was Kanye West out there in the Wild Wild West? They're trying to turn him into it now. But he's been MK Ultra'd out his daggone mind. That's all part of a setup, right? But the Wild Wild West, everywhere these people go, they've turned the world into a ghetto. They are all the creatures in the Pacific Ocean that are dying now in all the oceans. That is unprecedented. It happened with the advent of nuclear and all of the radiation that they're just pouring in, because they have to boil 1 million gallons of fresh water per minute at every single nuclear facility. And then they just let the water go right back out, all irradiated up. And so when you see things dead in the water, that's where it's coming from. And so these folks, I don't want to say you ain't we. When you cannot see the beauty of your own blackness, you are no longer a part of us, because you are acting as a more effective invader than these pale folks could ever manage. And they'll use us against each other too. So when I see the swirlers, and I mean the men and the women, with this Disney-fied concept of who white people are, so they would think that this job, when I read a bunch about this young, she was 46. She died at 46. She was murdered at 46. And it's a mindset where, I'm a strong black woman and there's no men anywhere. There's no black men. I mean, that's the only man that would matter. Right? And so I imagine that in her family, which seems to have that, this is why she got that job. They seem to have that, we made it. We're single black women and we made it. Right? That she would probably have had such bragging rights. Or just not even, I'm not saying that she was a braggart, but to have been a personal assistant for Sarah Ferguson. That's before all the surgery, obviously, and long time ago, that this would have given her such a credibility. And there's no mention anywhere of what this woman did for a living post Sarah Ferguson. It's just like her own existence doesn't exist. And with that kind of Disney-fied worship of white people, so that you reach the pinnacle, nothing else matters after that. There's going to be just a delusional accolade just attached to this one small portion of this woman's life. With her own family, I mean, I don't see no black men anywhere. I'm just saying, it's like Meghan Markle, where, what happened to your black family? When you get with these people, you think you have arrived. You've been established. And her sisters, in an interview, described this relationship, which they only got married 2 months ago, but they had been together 2 years before that. And the sisters described the relationship as very toxic, very toxic. That is the arrival mindset you must have to keep up this ruse that you're the bee's knees. You've been accepted by pink folks as having it all. And if you were to just go to the black community, at that point in time, it seems as if it's not even a remote possibility. You look at horror. You mean I got to go hang out with them? Oh my God, they're criminals. They're this, they're that. I never in my life met so many brilliant, accomplished black people as when I gave up white people. When I met Dr. Z, I had already knew the only man for me is a black man. I knew that, and hallelujah, I survived when I was in my deep snow monster sickness, okay? But I have gotten to know writers, doctors, lawyers, just amazing people. And those aren't the most amazing. Most amazing people are just the regular folk. Just the regular folk who do what needs to be done. But these dudes never find that out because they have to deny it in order to justify all their actions over a lifetime. You do not become aide assistant to Sarah Ferguson and you don't have your credentials written out, chiseled in diamond almost. And if that were part of what you had to do in order to qualify, I know she would be handing her things that the Rothschilds would be salivating over. A diamond chiseled resume, right? So that takes an awful lot of work to achieve that. And it's wasted. work if you don't keep on denying what you keep seeing every single day, the toxicity of these folks towards you. I mean, they are rolling Megan through the ringer. Oh my God. You would think she was the child molester, but no. We'll forgive Andrew, but not her. Not that I have any love for Megan. Oh my goodness. She's, first off, she ain't black. But she knew what she was getting into. She knew she was marrying into Dracula's family. And they had to even attach Harry to the whole thing, too, so that they could hide that they just want to trounce Megan. That's all. They have no intention of being anything other than white. And they know that. Now, I'm not saying the royals killed, Janine here. Of course not. I'm just saying that royal bedwench mind, where you just make an assumption that these people are the bee's knees. You have no freaking consciousness at that point. It demands a level of unconscious thought so that you could handle being, what's her name, Dora Raglan, Meghan Markle's mother, who you will, I'll be shocked if you ever see her around more than one black person, and that black person is going to be the lady, the bathroom lady, handing her a tissue or something like that. But you'll see her hanging out with the Kardashians. The Kardashians, that's how desperate you are for company? You would be around them? Even white people don't like them. Kim is out there desperately trying to re-get her white card after dumping Kanye. They'll never forgive her. Okay? And so you dudes, you are out there defending, who's it, Kelsey, whatever, that football player who's dating Taylor Swift. and the black women that, whatever his name is, I don't care, all right, was dating before that. He was just doing a freakazoid thing for him. He really, right now, is trying to get his own white boy creds back. Like brother Mad Black TV noted, that now he looks like he's a super white man, David Niven, super white man. And so I'm just trying to let you know, not if you're a swirler, because it's a belief system that nobody can interrupt. These chicks are out of their daggone minds. The dudes are even more out of their minds because you're men and you're pitiful. You out there saying, I thought I was going to be married till my teeth fell out. Because you lost your Becky. That's so sad. And you couldn't tell at the outset that she was a sniveling, money-hungry shrew? Stop. Okay? Just like her. You're looking at the reality, but because it's coming from them. Oh, I'm so lucky. Now I can brag to my family. Oh, we did this and we did that. And now you're doing the coffin. Okay? So I'm sorry to the family. I didn't want to bring in photos of them or talk about them specifically. I don't mean you any harm, but this is about our people. They are pushing this crap on us ad nauseum. Went over to Daily Mail and got the story out of here, and I said, oh, wait, you mean this is the black woman who got murdered? And then I looked, I said, I know it was a white man. She up there with Sarah Ferguson. And then as soon as I saw they had to have her with Obama, and then they even had her with Muhammad Ali, and you didn't see hide nor tail, ooh, good Lord, of the man who was arrested for her murder. You didn't see this photo anywhere. Okay? These people are not our friends. They are, by their own deeds, not only our enemies, they're the whole planet's enemy. That's all I'll say. Woo! And no more. I love you, family. Peace and blessings.